acting like a martyr every time I inject a little common sense into the discussion.
Common sense.
You say no without even listening to what I say. You call that common sense.
That's right.
Listen to. You walk into the room and announce, we're going to Mexico. You expect me to just say yes, darling?
Well,
Oh my.
her for once. Do you have to make all the decisions?
Oh, come on, don't be so silly. Talk facts, will you?
You want that. What
Facts.
about car? You want what you wanted, didn't you? Oh, it's all right for me to work for cars, for vacations. But I don't have any say.
She works.
What you have to say is just plain stupid.
Ooh.
Oh.
Good. So stupid. I'm in charge of my own department.
I thought that'd come out. Your fine job. Well, let me tell you, I'm fed up with hearing about your fine job. You knew when you married me that it would take time for me to work up in the company. So that was all right when you were trying to hook me.
He's not as
Now
successful.
it's new carpets, cars, big trips, any excuse.
A little resentful about it too. Well,
Yes.
Oh.
Really?
Any excuse to
How
keep her
would you
working.
know what I really want?
I like she's in a house dress.
It seems like they don't talk a lot.
yeah, I'm thinking this is not a good relationship.
Yes.
More furniture?
Not so good.
Have you ever heard of a family?
Oh, he wants to have
Or
kids.
aren't they nice enough?
Okay.
That's a new one. Especially since it
He's
was
abusive.
your idea to wait until you got established. and
Wait until you. Ooh.
My
I think we
idea-
see where this is going.
It's a laugh.
1,000 questions is an
My
independent
idea was-
discussion of marriage. We aren't telling you to do or feel or change anything about your life. Really, just listen and enjoy. And if you need real help, find a professional for your specific problem. We don't know you. How could we speak to your deal? Okay, have fun.
Hey, welcome back to 1,000 Marriage Questions. We're in a new place. If you will do me a favor, everyone, go to the Facebook page, 1,000 Marriage Questions, like that page, and we're going to start being there mostly so we can get really rolling. There's a comment in there that I can't read. Somebody go there and read that comment if you can, and tell us what it is. And I would like to say first about that video that, look, that was like the 1950s. He was being pretty nice letting her work at all.
He's
Boy.
so kind.
Yeah.
So kind.
Yeah, his beef was serious on that one. I mean, really, for a woman to actually have a better job than a man in that era, no.
And not pushing out babies like he
Yeah.
demands.
I mean, come on, let's get on that. Chop, chop, chop. Do your job. Stay in the kitchen and start making babies. That's what it was all about back then.
Even though he doesn't have enough money himself, makes enough
Yeah.
money to support it all.
Right.
But still, the 50s now, not so much. But back then, I think that would have been something.
Jeez, it's different now. I am so thankful my wife has a better job than I do. Oh, thank God. Yes.
You have a job?
What's that?
You have a job?
No, not anymore. Thanks for bringing that up. So,
Thanks, Brad.
thanks, Brad. Thanks for just taking.
Well, let me say this because, Donna, what did your husband do when he was working?
So when he was working, I really wasn't. And now that I'm working, he's retired. Okay.
Mhm.
So we have this agreement to not give each other crap ever. He didn't give me crap. I don't give him crap. That's
communication, isn't it, Donna? It just seems
it's like negotiations with each other.
right, because that couple in the black and white video, it almost seemed like they weren't on the same page,
Slightly different.
Yeah.
Slightly different.
But what did he do, Donna? I don't remember what your husband did.
Construction. And,
Oh,
and he had reason to say something. I was in the air conditioning. He wasn't.
Well,
It was bad.
my whole goal was when I got married is I've always been attracted to women who wanted and had a ton of goals.
Yeah.
And when I met my wife, she was going to be a teacher. She was still in college, but she wanted to be more than that. And I said, look, I make a good living now as a comedian. Who knows if I'll make that forever? Who knows what I'll make or not make? But I will put every dime into every one of your goals so you can be whatever you want to be. And knowing full well that she was so smart that it would pay off huge money. So not huge money, but a good living. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that I don't mind. I think for the first 10 or 15 years, I made more than her. And then she zipped ahead of me because I'd spent more time at home. I didn't take a lot of things so I could be home more.
Yeah.
If I'd have taken every gig I could, I'd be gone 50 weeks a year and make a lot of money. Who wants that? Right.
Yeah.
And I think nowadays, those are things you have to decide.
Yeah, there are very few families that are that way, like my parents used to be. My parents, by the way, were much older. I came along very late in life. I have a 75-year-old sister. I came along very late in life, and that was kind of my mom and dad that was in that video there. You know, the old guy who's always telling, gotta have it my way and blah, 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 and all that stuff. And it's way different. And my mom was a housewife. It was different. She was a housewife, and that's what she was expected to be, and that's what everybody was expected to be back then. So things are different now. You don't see that too much anymore.
It would be nice. Although being a housewife is harder than working.
It really is. It really is. Yeah, my mom was
time off.
Yeah.
Like 24/7.
Yeah.
My wife's mom was a housewife, but she ran the entire town. She was the housewife for 50 different houses. She would take in other kids. She would go to other families and work. And then when her dad retired, he would just sit every place she's going to do all this work. He would just go with her and sit as she would do all this work for the church, for the everything.
Really? Was he the guy that used to hold
the next place? And
he was the guy that held the bag at the mall for his wife
right.
when she shopped.
And they did that for many years, and they both passed, which is sad. Now, on the other side, my parents, my dad married my mom for one reason, because she wanted to be an accountant. She was a bookkeeper, and that was the perfect thing for him because he was an entrepreneur, but he didn't really know businessy business, but he was a risk taker. So she could do all the really important stuff like pay the taxes, and he could make all the deals. And they've done an incredible job, to the fact that they're in their mid and late 80s and they can't stop. My mom's still 15 hours a friggin' day working, just restaurants and real estate and all this stuff that they're still pumping it out. So, but they better get rid of that crap before I have to take it over, because there's not a chance in hell. A chance in hell I'm doing that. So, all right. Well, we came today to answer questions, and here they are. Here. Here's the first one. Hey, look at this.
Hey.
What do you do with a man who's always right about everything, even when he's wrong?
What do you do about it? He's really smart. I don't use him for more info. He's always right. Obviously, you don't ever have to ask anyone else anything.
That's right.
I'd say you just ride his coattails all the way to the presidency.
Put that diaper on and get out there.
That's going. Yeah. Jeez. Well, yeah. If he's always right, then you don't have to worry about anything. My dad used to be like that. My dad told everybody, we're always like, are you ever wrong, Dave? He's like, I haven't made a mistake since I was 6. I wish he would have known what that was, but he always used to say that all the time. So
I was wrong one time, and it was because I thought I was wrong, but I was really right.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Although I will say this, a woman like this, who now obviously is being sarcastic about it, I was right. Something when they met about his ego and bravado and always being right was really cute to her when they started dating.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he knows, and he's always right, and he's got this. And then suddenly it's just eating.
Yep.
So Donna, what do you do with these people?
Donna, is that a power play by the guy to, once they're in a relationship, to be like, okay, now I can say anything I want and get away with anything? Or you think maybe she married him, like Brad said, because he exuded that confidence?
Yeah, we're not trained early on to recognize differences in things. And what happens is a lot of people think that arrogance is confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the same. Confidence is usually quiet. okay, and flexible and can say that they're wrong. That's a confident person. Arrogance is insecurity.
That's right. My
Okay.
insecurity looks like arrogance.
Yes, yes, it does.
I keep trying to tell you two losers that.
We don't know anything.
That's right.
We know that
You don't know anything. Don't you get
Yeah,
it?
we don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
nothing. We're useless.
Where you-
But like it's confusing and they don't tell you like make sure that's not arrogance. Make sure that's actually confidence.
Yeah.
And so what happens is, that arrogance, it might confuse you at first and make you think confident, but after a while, you know what it is, and it's arrogance and it's not fun.
It's not good. It's not good. Yeah. So Brad's trying to take care of apparently somebody has got some sort of issue.
We were frozen. I am in fights with StreamYard because
Who are you frozen for? Because I'm getting this fine.
I think on Facebook Live. I think it was
Patrick
on
Moore,
Facebook.
one of the Facebooks is frozen. I'm so angry. But no, it is StreamYard is really a poor platform. I wish we could change it over.
But Brad, they're hosting us right now. Please don't say bad things about them.
We try to do other
What if
shows.
they cut us off
They're
right now?
just so weak all the time. It just
I'm
doesn't.
sure they have somebody monitoring us right now.
I pay them. So really, I pay for this. This is hundreds and hundreds of dollars a lot, and I pay for it. So again, their ego sounds like arrogance, and their platform it doesn't work that well. So but
That's StreamYard is insecure.
I
Yeah.
have to go back and forth today. I apologize to everybody because I'm set up for a whole different show. But that's not the point. The point is the woman's wrong. He's always right. And just listen to him.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. Now, we only get one side of this story, too. What if he is indeed always right?
I know, like it is a possibility.
Sure, there are people like that, me. And a couple other people.
All of us are
who are always right. And mostly guys are like that. So
Excuse me.
Well, now she did say even when he's wrong,
it's an opinion.
He's right. So does she just not really understand? Maybe she's not smart enough to understand what's really going on.
Possible.
I'm telling you.
How was her spelling? Did you have good spelling? Was her name?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, it says how you can't see it because I'm using green screen, and that's gonna make it hard. But how do you with a man? So here's what it really says: how do you with a man who is always right about everything, even when he's wrong? So the whole first part of it's kind of screwed up.
Yeah, well, she's wrong. And
and it kind of should say live. But she put we. So
maybe it says live, and she just put the letters really close together.
She did. No, she put it poorly, is what she did. So
okay.
All right.
So he
Next
is
question. I think we've learned something there, and
Yeah.
that is that men are always right. Okay. How do you get the 2-year-old off of your wife long enough to make love? There's an age-old question.
Did you guys ever figure that out?
Oh, I really shouldn't answer this.
Well, one of our problems was when my daughter was 2, she was always on me and not her.
Yeah.
Because I'm a fun
Always right.
dad. I'm a young kid dad. I'm a party to anybody under 12.
Others would call that immature, but go ahead.
Yeah,
That's right.
okay.
No, it's exactly. But it's a great thing because if I'm always around and you're immature, they have a playmate
We
forever.
can relate, right?
That's right.
Relate to you.
Brad, I don't know. I'm having a hard time following this what you're going with here. Like, are you making me believe that your wife was like, "Can you put the baby down so that we can have sex?" I don't think I've ever heard a woman ever say that.
I'm saying, would this be in our situation?
Oh, yeah.
I'm more of a play with little kids person.
Then have sex. You'd rather play with little kids than have sex? I mean, that's what this is about, isn't it?
Don't even combine those.
Maybe I should rephrase that.
Different things.
Yeah. Comma.
Well, and you know what? Sometimes hanging out with your kids I can't have sex all the time. And you're right. You're right, Joe. You never played with your kids. You were Mr. Sex Dog. You never spent any time with your kids growing up.
But it's very common for a man to feel jealous when the wife is
That's
spending so much time with the kids. It's a very common thing.
It is
The
very
other
common.
way around, not so common. Not
Okay,
so common.
Donna's saying it's not common.
Yeah.
It's not that no, it's not
No.
common for a man to
No.
be jealous of the babies and his wife, but
I never was.
it is common to be frustrated that there's no space for fooling around.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and it's
So
so
both
easy
parties get frustrated at that.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know how it's so hard to find space. I guess some people don't have anybody else in their lives. It's just you two and the kid and the kids. But is there grandma? Is there, like, we did a thing because my daughter was so clutch that we finally got a nanny one day a week to go, she would come to the house and we would, because we wanted her to start getting with other people, because even grandma, she wasn't that close. We had to get in. So, by the way, Rodney Johnson says hi.
Look what he
Rodney
said.
Oh, goodness.
Comedian
Hey,
Rodney Johnson.
Rodney, how are you?
Okay, Rodney, been married. Rodney, can you tell us, you've been married a long time. Rodney and I, you worked with him, and funny, I worked with him in Oklahoma City. He was a very different guy back then. And now he is one of the premier comics in the country, everybody.
Yes.
Rodney Johnson.
Rodney
Many
Johnson.
kids.
He probably doesn't lose his gigs.
Yeah.
So, good to see you, Rodney. Thanks for chiming in here. Oh, by the way, I do have an answer to this question, by the way, which is, of course, how do I get the 2-year-old off my wife so that we can have sex? Wait till kindergarten, I think, is the obvious answer. It's only 3 more years.
You guys are gonna
No, preschool. We did the preschool thing.
Yeah, you can do preschool. Yeah.
Half day. If you've got them, the morning, you can take that one day a week. But
where there, I say where there's a will, there's a way.
It's true.
But see, that's the point. She may not have a will.
Hence the problem.
Yeah. Okay. I think we got to that. Yeah.
Probably because someone's not helping out with the baby.
Or you could actually just ask her again. Once the communication is always a big deal. If you say something like, "Honey, I'm horny. Put the kid down." Maybe not that
would work. Yeah.
not crazy like that, but at least the intent.
Hey, baby, toss the kid. Drop your pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Good.
works.
That's more direct. I think that's good. Yeah.
Hence the
Put the kid down. Your skirt up.
Yeah. Kid down.
Kid down. Skirt up.
Skirt up. Oh, Brad, you're so not right. That's just that's terrible. Very
I'm
terrible.
also saying she doesn't.
Why do you
wanna
do
have
this show, Donna? Why the heck do you do this show?
I don't know. Because I'm trying to help people like you guys.
Yeah, well,
Freaking Neanderthals.
I would accept your help. Brad's hopeless. Okay, next.
I'm doing this stuff. I do it the right way. I don't do any of this stuff. You guys are killing me. You're killing me.
You're killing me.
All right. I kill everybody. I'm killing everybody. Okay. So what, by the way, Donna, what was the answer to that question? I totally forgot.
I said, where there's a will, there's a way. And if
Right.
the will is not there, then you have another problem. And it's probably she's overstressed
Yeah.
trying to take care of the baby. Give her a break.
That's right. And you're just running around going, come on, baby. You're rubbing on. She's holding the 2-year-old and you're rubbing on her leg.
You know what? Seriously, if you're right, Donna, she probably needs a break, which is a great way to get in there because you're like, honey, you're stressed out. You could use a back rub.
You could use a massage.
Yeah.
What is she going to choose? What is she going to choose for that break time? A nap, nails done, foot massage, or
Foot massage.
sex with the hubby?
Any massage, as long as I can touch her. That's all. If I can touch her, then maybe there's a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but for most guys, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
They just want to have the sex. I agree with the massage thing. Massage, nap, honey, let's get the kid out of here. I'll give you a massage. You can take a nap. Then if you do really good at that, she's going to slip.
Oh, she will. She will want sex after that.
That's right.
Really?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. I missed that.
A
Especially
massage
right.
and a nap, and she is like ready to go.
By the way, Patrick Moore says that's a new bumper sticker I'm going to sell at my shows. Put the kid down and your skirt up.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Write that one down, everybody.
Oh, boy.
Selling that at the shows. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, here's a very interesting question. I was thinking about this the other night. How do you want to be buried?
I don't know if that's a marriage question, but maybe it is a marriage question.
Kids,
Spouse does not agree.
About kids, marriage, kids, growing up. And then it says,
How do you want to be
goats.
buried?
I don't know why it says you like goats, but let's go back to that. Where do
Well-
you want to be buried?
Does your spouse know how you want to be buried?
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
should, right?
And
They
I know
should.
how
It's
she wants to
something
be
that you
buried.
should talk about at some point, especially before you hit midlife. You know,
Why?
one
What do
of
you got, Joe? What are you doing?
I am going to have a party. We're going to have a party. We're going to have it outside, and it'll be an open casket, and hopefully it's not too hot. And
Yes, because you'll care.
Nice. Ew.
I'm kidding. I want it all very, very simple, but I do want my friends and family to get around, whoever's left, and get together and just see each other and enjoy and celebrate whatever life I had. That's it.
Joe, after you die, it's going to be very hot.
Yeah.
Very hot.
I don't even know what
By
that
the way,
means.
Rodney says he's
Don't even know.
claustrophobic because you'll know you're. Rodney, are you one of those people? I'm a little this way. I think I'm going to know I'm in the casket and I want to be buried. Like I'm going to know it. So I don't want to be buried. He's going cremation.
You'd
Like,
rather be burned than
yeah,
buried.
I was going to say, if you know you're going to be in a casket, you know you're going to be burning on fire too. So
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm actually leaning towards. Cremation because that is just so much easier on everybody else. You know what I mean? It really is. Yeah, and I don't want to be trouble. I'm dead.
You're like, it's okay, no big deal. Just just go toss.
Yeah. Just put me on the curb with the recycling or whatever. I don't
trash
know.
bag.
Yeah.
What about
Not
stuffed? No one's voting for stuffed.
Oh,
I want to be there.
wow.
Still.
I didn't even think about that. I have a friend who's a taxidermist. I never even brought that up to him. I'd like to do it, get stuff, but have antlers.
Like a giant loaf.
And buck teeth. Get a big.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be
Now we got an
fantastic.
idea. Hold on, I'm texting my wife. Changing plans.
I'd be stuffed
He made it
washing
to
a
a
dish.
jackalope.
I'd be washing dishes. Yeah, I
Pose
never was in life.
in action.
Perfect. Yeah. Action pose. Actually, if you want to know the truth, I think the to keep this somewhat pertinent to this show, we should probably talk about everybody should make plans to be buried with their spouse, right? I mean, that's what everybody kind of should you?
Well,
What?
so-
I don't have
So here's
that.
what, no, you're both cremated, and then you put the ashes together and shake them out.
Why not? Doesn't matter.
Finally, we're as one.
Yes,
Yeah.
finally you're one.
Finally, there's
All
one.
the
Or
women
you
have
got
wanted this
half and
moment.
taxidermy together. Half of the body on one another. Well, Donna, why? What is your plan?
I cremated, I guess. I'm just going
Yeah.
for the cheapest whatever plan. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to be there. So like,
Hey, do you want the cheapest? Wife and I are thinking donate the body to science.
Yep.
that's an idea.
That is a good
IU
idea.
Medical school. IU
Yeah.
Medical.
I'll do that. I could do that. I'm a
That's
donor.
not a bad idea.
free.
They could learn so much from my liver. I think it's.
That's
How
right.
is it
I don't
still
think there's been one like it, really, and it's
for mutants?
yeah.
Mutant sliver.
Right.
They'd learn a lot from my brain. They'd be like, how did he function?
How did he get how did he
What the hell?
He must have had a wonderful
Like
life.
empty.
Carry
I
him
don't
through
get this
life.
at all.
It's
This
the
guy is-
size of a walnut.
Yes.
This brain is hardly even dry and pokey. It's terrible.
Knock, knock.
I wonder if it made sound when it rattled in his head when he walked.
All the
He's shaking
time.
his head around. It's like, does anyone else hear that?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
at some point you really should. My sister and brother-in-law had planned this out years ago. They've already got a plot. They've already got headstones, and they've already got everything.
Oh,
He's crazy prepared. As a matter of fact, we've joked that he probably knows exactly when he's going to die. So he's probably figured that out too. So
Yeah, my grandma and grandpa are buried someplace. I'm not going there. They're not there. They're not really there. That's all there is to it. I mean, it's a waste of
I want to
time.
be like in the house. I want to be like, come on.
you want to be buried in the house? That is creepy weird.
I want to be in an urn, but I want it to have my face and maybe animated, maybe like a bobblehead.
Oh,
What?
that's
Whose
a great idea.
house? Whose house
Bobblehead
is gonna be in?
cremation urns. Wow, we have a marketable product, kids.
Okay.
And it
Wait a
says
minute.
something.
I would like to stop
What the
everything and say,
This
whose house you think you guys are going to be in? Your kids are going to auction off everything you've got now and take the cash. You think they're gonna keep your butt around in an urn? They're gonna be like,
I'm
bye.
gonna have 2 kids. They're gonna take turns. 1 month and 1 month. I'll have to write all this down.
They're gonna take urn turns.
They're gonna take turns.
They're gonna take turns.
Turns. Yeah.
I want whatever. Here, it's like this. When you talk about like having a trust and having your will and stuff like that, my body is like all the stuff I have. I don't want to leave a bunch of crap that my kid has to deal with. Like my father-in-law, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to buy all these coins and we're going to buy all these things, these collectibles that are worth a lot of money. Yeah, now who's going to sell all that crap? Who's going to get rid of it? How do I know what it's worth? Just have money. Have money invested that
you guys
just transfers to us.
I have a father-in-law who is a hoarder. A hoarder. And when he goes, I have been to that house. Oh my God.
Guess who's going in?
I lose thinking about it. I really do. So
cremate the house with him.
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
Best way to do it. You're right.
Get rid of all the stuff. Just my daughter's going to be, here's the mutual funds. Here's the stocks. Here's the cash. Sell the house.
Your daughter's going to be like, hurry up.
Yeah, hurry up. Go now. Well, actually, no, she doesn't want us to die until she's at least 26 because she doesn't want to have to even deal with that at this point. So, okay, here we go. Next. Hey, this kind of goes along with everything we're talking about. Should they be allowed to choose their own religion or be raised into a religion?
Who's they?
What do you mean, who's they? By the way, they circled. You can't see this. They circled bringing up the children on the thing. So,
thanks for context, Brad. Context is important.
The neighbors, Joe. Should your
neighbors
know who
they is? It could be their dogs. I don't know. Could be their parents. Who knows?
You can't force your parents to be in your religion.
You can.
You can?
I think Scientology does it.
Yes, that's true.
Are we really going to do this? I think as a comedian, we are told 2 things: stay away from politics and stay away from religion. Are we really going to go there today?
We're not. We're going to answer the question.
It has nothing to do with which religion. It's just saying, do you give your kids a choice or do you kind of just make them do what you're doing? Or make them do
what? Did somebody just shoot an arrow at you, Donna? It looked like next to you.
What a God! It looked like
somebody shot an arrow across your room and it went in the wall.
I know.
Oh, Joe, you were right. We started talking about religion.
Was it a ghost?
See, I told you we shouldn't talk about religion. And all of a sudden, Donna's she's got echo too. She's got reverb, and it's everything. I told you.
God is getting mad at you.
Although you did say something important, Donna. You said which religion, meaning everyone needs to be Wicca. You need to be.
No. She said which religion, not a witch religion.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Oh boy. Okay. Here's I've always thought this is an interesting thing. I've always been a person who's like, we're not very religious. I'll be honest with you straight up. So I don't have I really probably shouldn't even be answering this question. But I was brought up a certain way. And I was brought up in a religion. And at a certain time, I thought to myself, I don't really want to do this anymore. Now, if a lot of people are not okay with that, they're like, you were born into this family, you were born into this religion, you have to be this religion your whole life. And at what age would you allow, if you did allow them to go ahead and change, at what age would that be acceptable?
The age when they move the hell out of your house and say, screw you, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want.
Right. Obviously.
That would be the age. I got a job.
If they decide as a teenager and they're living with you, it's like, you know what? This I'd rather do this. I'd rather be this religion.
Is that a question that you asked?
Is religion a choice or is it something that you're born with?
I think it's
definitely not something you're born with because
there's no genetics for religion.
Yeah, there's no genetics for religion. Of course,
it's not genetic.
No, are you crazy? Because most people
not genetic.
That's why I'm amazed with most people who say this religion is the only right one. Well, you were raised in it. You've known no other religion. Wow, how lucky you are that you got to be born in the only perfect religion. So
there are millions of people who believe just that.
I know, and it's scary. Here's the point. So I was raised, we were Methodist, but yeah, kind of Methodist. And we went to church-ish.
That's like Catholic light, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's right.
Yeah,
So we went to church-ish till I was in 6th grade. Then my mom and dad were like, if you want to go, we'll go. If you don't want to go, we don't go. We didn't go. Then I married my wife. She was Lutheran. She was all about it. I'm sure, I'll go be with you.
I'll bring a covered dish.
What?
I'll bring a covered dish.
That's right, covered dish. I will acquiesce to many things. So I joined her, and we had fun. It was fun in church like that. Then when our daughter was born, we said, look, we'll just bring you along. We'll get you to do the things. You'll learn about it, but you get to choose what you want to be. And she has searched many things. She knows she has many feelings about it. And is she farther away? Is she closer? I believe people need to do what they feel in here. What really makes them feel they're connected to. And some people are not connected to this religion or to that religion, but they find spirituality somewhere else.
True.
That if you're not doing that, you're not going to be happy. And anybody who's forcing anybody to say, this is right, it's this way, I'm going to shut them out anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
You just lost the Mormon audience.
Yeah, we had a big Mormon audience along with Jehovah's Witnesses. That's who's knocking on your door, Joe.
Actually, it was.
I know, so.
I'm going to say, like, scientifically a little bit is that, like, from birth to 8, they're learning very superficially. It's a concept. Spirituality is a concept that, you got to be a little older to even get.
Right.
But after 8 years old, I would say, because like when they're really young, it's like Sunday school or something just to keep them busy, baby playland, and you just color stuff and whatever. Yeah. But after between 8 and 10, they're going to start thinking more abstractly about spirituality. And I'm going to advise that we don't pressure to think a certain way, and we don't criticize or discipline if they have questions or they think differently. I am going to say that because I'm kind of leaning to what Brad was saying. Like, as you're evolving and developing, you just keep, information is out there, learn about it, check it out. I have clients who their kids go to their friends' churches to hear how they do things. And they're like kind of exploring the idea.
Right.
That's usually going to happen just about like, around 8 to 10 years old. And so you got to kind of be prepared for it.
Now, I was raised Catholic, and Catholicism is steeped in ritual, and it goes every phase of your life. You have to do something. You got to get confirmed. You got to do your first communion. You got to do, and all this kind of stuff. And I think maybe some of that might have been designed for the reason to keep you involved in the church. I don't know.
And it's scary to death.
Maybe. But my point is, at some point you're like, if you tell your folks, I just don't want to do that, and there are parents out there who are like, but that's who we are. That's our identity. How can you be anything else? I have friends like that who just
going to challenge the teens' identity as they're trying to develop their identity, and you're like, this is our identity, and they're like, but I want my own identity.
Yeah.
And so that causes conflict. Like there are a lot of teens who do not want to do this.
I totally understand that. Yeah.
The farther you push them away or make them, the less chance they're going to come back around. It's like the Rumsprunger when the Amish send the kids out to have a life and go crazy, hoping they'll come back to the fold. And most of them do. Because they don't demand. If they say, go out, see the world, find out what electricity is about, go on a cruise. And most do come back because they care about the family and they get back in with the fold. But I can guarantee you, the more you stomp on somebody and demand, the farther you're going to get rid of them. I mean,
there's many anti-religious folks because of how their parents handled when they questioned things.
Yeah, I remember my daughter, she's 8 or 9, and they're going through Bible stories, and she's like, are you kidding me with this? What? He did who? They did. She was already like there. And, most people, you don't question the Bible. And I was like, no, question the heck out of it.
Question everything.
Question everything. On that note, by the way, as we go on, I want to talk about the real religion. And that is that everyone needs. And by the way, I've got this dumbest little fake quiz in a second. But I want everyone to know that until June 27th, we're still doing the Brighton Fringe. So look.
Ooh, Igor, this is not my match. The vampire's ball is a swanky affair.
Master, I brought the shovels.
Good, Igor, good. And did you bring my latte?
Yes, master. Skim milk, true splendor.
Good, Igor, good. Let's get started. Oh, yes, Igor, yes. Raise the platform. It's time.
Well,
Hiding from ghosts. We're hiding from ghosts. Oh man, I think we're toast. We're hiding from ghosts.
Come inside.
Welcome, donors, friends. Welcome to the Space Fringe Online. I hope you...
I wanted to not play the whole thing.
Why not? We love that.
I'm sorry. I just want to talk about it. Well, we saw the first spot. I just want to tell you, we've been having a ball so far. We've been having great audiences. The show is literally $7. And we've got a better way to come see the show. It's every day at 2 p.m. Eastern in the United States, 7 p.m. in the UK. And it is so much fun. Please, please go to ultimatehalloweenparty.com, click buy ticket. You buy one ticket. Everybody watches. We've had groups come now to every show. That's how great this is. Please,
that's cute.
Please, everybody. The show is fantastic, and we love doing it. Okay, so that leads me.
By the way, I have to tell you how scary that is. Every time I see that, there's nothing scarier than Steve Goody in a wig.
In that red. And
That's terrifying.
With the black lipstick.
No,
on the lips.
wrong.
It's something so scary.
That's not good.
Well,
that is not Goody. That is not Goody to see that.
It's not goody.
Not the jokes that we tell in this thing are just hard. So that leads me to this, everybody. And that you can hear me, right?
Is your boyfriend a werewolf?
Is your
perfect
boyfriend a werewolf?
Perfect timing. Yeah.
That is a very valid quiz.
Yeah. If he is, would you marry him? That's what I want to know. Okay, go ahead.
Number one, he's got a weird relationship with his pets.
Okay, you've got to define weird.
Yeah,
Okay?
my husband could fit that category.
Yeah.
If you lick your dog as he's licking you, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's probably it's a red
I
flag.
think I have seen it.
Yeah.
I have seen it many times.
Really?
And no, I've seen people doing that. It's just disgusting.
My husband lets the dog eat stuff out of his mouth.
Your husband might be a werewolf.
I know.
Actually, this says that dogs hate your husband or your spouse or whatever.
Oh, is that what this
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
Is that what weird relationships?
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense to me. I think they'd be since they're all canines, right? I think they'd be
Yeah, but I guess if they're like males and territorial, maybe like it would be fight.
That might be it. That might be it. Yeah.
But I'm
Like
also
the
going to say,
husband growling like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this for any relationship. If animals don't like the person you're dating,
Yeah.
you need to move on.
I agree.
If
They're
you're not every animal, but if they're not mostly really in touch with animals, you do not want to be in that relationship. That's all there is to it. Yeah. Number two, he calls you his mate a lot. Why does that make him that just makes him Australian?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly what it is.
But it says not in that way. Not in that way. It's like, you are my mate. My mate.
He wants to mate with you.
Mate.
This is weird because that's really literally how I refer to my wife all the time. Yeah.
Well, now we're weird because I say matey because I'm a pirate. You know,
Oh,
matey.
yeah.
It's that kind of a thing. Okay.
He calls his wife matey.
That's even weirder. Yeah.
We'll often walk the plank, let me tell you.
I got you. Okay.
This is, how do you know your husband's a pirate?
Do you have a weird
That's
relationship?
next week. How do you know your husband's a pirate? Okay.
Do you have a pet parrot and do you have a weird relationship with it? I think is
He's strangely terrified of your garden. Why would a werewolf be terrified of a garden?
Let's see. Herbs.
He loves to cook.
Because my beloved wolfsbane.
Yeah, I was going
So
to say.
weird.
Does even a wolf know what the hell wolf's bane is? I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. Who has decorative wolfsbane? What is that?
It's all over my
what is
wall.
wolfsbane? Yeah, I have to look that up. Nobody
Sounds like a
knows
witchy
that.
garden, like
Yeah.
like one of those witches' gardens.
How
Hey,
about
look,
this?
I know vampires are scared of garlic. I get
Yeah.
that, but I don't think werewolves are. And if you're a werewolf and you're worried, just pee on the garden. Mark your territory. That's what I do to the hostas out front, so the deer don't eat them.
I thought the hostas were your neighbors.
Did I? What?
I didn't.
What are hostas?
His neighbors. That's
No,
Joe and Bob-
hostas,
Joe
the
and
plants,
Sherry
the
hostas.
hostas. The
Oh.
deer come and eat the
hostas.
hostas. So I
They're
pee
not
on them.
hostas.
So
Oh.
late at night, when I have to go to the bathroom, I go out, I pee on the hostas, then the deer don't eat them anymore. They grow fine.
I didn't want to know that.
Yeah, well, you did now. That's what you get for bringing up these stupid quizzes. Go ahead, next.
That takes us to number 4.
Wait,
Which is?
before number 4, the point is if your husband knows what wolfbane is,
Yeah,
werewolf.
That might
that's
be
another red flag. Yeah.
Number 4. He has an extensive record of public nudity. Well,
Again,
like
define
being in
extensive.
the front yard.
yeah, like
Yeah.
being in your front yard and your plants. What the hell?
Well, I'm not completely nude, just pantsless.
I think that,
Oh, okay, great.
I
If
think
you just dropped a 2-year-old, you're halfway there.
oh gosh.
So, yeah, I guess that's right. I guess werewolves do like to be naked. What if?
Well,
what
they
if
burst out of their clothes.
No.
Like they turn into a wolf, and so
That's
the
true.
clothes like
Wait a minute.
yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I deal with this in the show, but not in a dirty way. We talk about werewolves being the saddest of all the creatures because when you turn into a werewolf, you do so much fun stuff. You attack towns, you got a
Yeah.
lot of power,
Terrorize.
and you tear up, but then you wake up in the morning naked in a field and you don't remember any of it, and people hate you. So it's
Yeah, that is kind of a toughie.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah.
okay. Did they just use that analogy for alcoholics? Did someone
blackout.
invent that?
Maybe. I do drink a
You know
lot. Does that mean that I'm-
Vampires? Vampires are narcissists,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
I think werewolves are addicts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know about that, but I that's interesting. I get that one.
Gone back 2,000 years to where they first invented it, and that's why.
Yeah.
Or-
Okay. That's a good analogy though. Very
Or they took
insightful,
the
Donna.
brown acid at the Dead concert.
Right. Right.
They woke up 3 days later in a field naked.
But this,
Wondering what-
all these can be valid questions for: is your husband an addict?
Yeah.
Except for the wolfbane. I don't know what plant.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Have you ever snorted wolfsbane?
No.
Crush it up. I'm telling you. It's
I'm telling you, man. It might be the new thing. It might be like, wolf. You ever had wolfsbane edibles? I don't know. Maybe they exist.
methbane. I think methbane.
Methbane? No, that's yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at wolfsbane. Next question.
He disappears once a month during the full moon.
So basically,
Is my husband.
when you're having okay, all right, I got it. Yeah, that's good.
That's when he goes and sees his other family and their dogs. Is what it is. Oh my god.
That's his manic episode, and because bipolar sometimes has manic episodes during full moon times, that would be the manic episode for the addict that we're talking about here.
Yeah, because people do put this full moon idea in their head that there's something connected to it.
I think there is.
What do you
I
mean?
think it's lunacy. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, wolfsbane from Wikipedia is also known as aconite, monkshood, wolfsbane, leopard's bane, mousebane, women's bane, devil's helmet, queen of poison, or blue rocket. Tell me that's not like every drug in the book with its own name, right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
Blue rock. I took some
Oh,
blue
no.
rock.
Are you kidding me? I'll be selling some devil's helmet right outside of the metal
Yeah.
concert. Come on. man.
Yeah.
That's it. Devil's helmet's a great name for a band. How come I haven't done? Jeez.
Wolfsbane.
Oh,
my
yeah.
god. Okay. Well, ladies, we are way late in this show. Next week we'll do it again, and we'll be doing it a lot longer because Joe's not going to sea. Well, we'll hope you'll figure that out. So, and then maybe you'll be on the ship with me in August. That'll be great. End of August. That'd be
Who
great.
knows?
I don't know.
You can
Okay.
be mate.
All
Yeah,
right.
be mates.
Yes. Next week we will have the "Is Your Husband a Pirate?" and all the fun stuff. So, all right. That's Donna.
He disappears. All right.
All right.
Well, I have to push the button. I'm Brad. Hey,
Push the button.
everybody,
Bye, Brad.
Go to ultimatehalloweenparty.com and come, everybody, come to this show. It is the greatest show ever. Here we go. It stopped.